Hello, I'm Michael Flanders, the beautiful and bearded one. And the first question comes from practically everybody. When did you and Donald Swan first meet? Mr. Swan.
Well, we first met at school in 1936, and we first appeared on stage together in At the Drop of a Hat on the last day of 1956.
So the next question really is, what were we up to during that missing 20 years? Well, then we wrote, hence the title. Among other things, like going to university, winning the war, and so on, we wrote songs for reviews. And this evening we've got together with a group of friends we made in those days, Pat Lancaster, Charlotte Mitchell, Anne Rogers, and Julian Orchard, to give some of those songs another airing, songs of which we have no record. Because, well, they didn't make records of reviews in those bad old days.
We wrote our first song in the summer of 1948.
Brilliant.
I'd gone over to Michael's home near Hampstead Heath to see if he could think of some words for a tune I'd written, which went something like this. It all sounds a bit like Gilbert and Sullivan, don't you think?
Yes, I say it does. Well, why not? It must be terribly boring in the D'Oyly Carte Company, having to do everything exactly as it always has been done. Idea. And there we were. I put some words to that tune, and then I wrote some more words for Donald to set to more music. He wrote some more music, which I set to words. Then he wrote some more words, and I wrote some music. And it all went beautifully hand in hand until we ended up with a trio for 3 people.
We tried it. We tried it out on our families and friends.
And anyone who happened to be passing?
And we changed it and polished it, and finally I took it off to show to the producer, Laurier Lister, and he said he'd like to have it for his new review, Oranges and Lemons.
And the opening of that review in November 1948 was an exciting evening for me when I was winched into a seat at the old Lyric Theatre, Hammersmith, to see the very first performance of our very first song, wittily called In the D'Oyly Carte.
Spelt C-A-R-T.
Sung then by Diana Churchill, Max Adrian and Rose Hill, and recreated for you now by Anne Rogers, Julian Orchard and Pat Lancaster.
I've been a little maid from school since I was just a tiny tot.
With Jack Point's gags I've played the fool till I'm the only point they've got.
I've toured through all the English-speaking nations and can no longer play my part in a patient.
For one man in his time plays the same old part.
Can you wonder then that I'm a little tired of D'Oyly Carte? 3 little Savoyards are we, tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la. Started in 1893, tra-la-la-la-la-la. With Gilbert and Sullivan, we've toured from dump to dump, tra-la-la. And Sullivan and Gilbert can take a running jump from year to year, and dump to dump can go and take a running jump. 3 little Savoyards are we, tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la. Started in 1893, tra-la-la-la-la-la. Dear little town of Nanky-Poo, smile, turn, pace to the right. Canst thou believe my heart is true?
Terrible house tonight.
Terrible house tonight. One that with tender passion fired, turn, pace, hand over heart. Woe to the day that we were hired by D'Oyly Carte. Why is it so admired? This business first inspired by former artists long retired from D'Oyly Carte. Anything new is disallowed. Turn, pace,
Wait for the pause.
blasphemous change would shock the crowd, following in their scores.
Following in their scores.
Novel approach is not required.
Bounce, boing.
Out of the heart.
We've done our best, but we need a rest from D'Oyly Carte. We need a rest from D'Oyly Carte.
But the copyright's expiring in a year or two, no more. And then at last we'll have the chance